You just attack with 4/4s and 5/5s, Goldie. You attack with 4/4s and 5/5s and 2 power idiots, Flamewake Phoenixes and Bloodghast. Left click on a single card and then hit Control A. Update Stream Decker. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. Everyone for hanging out. It's going to be our last league of the evening. Check out this card for card, the Pro Tour top 8 Hallowed 1 deck list. Yeah, it's just an aggressive deck. And we have Flameblade Adepts too as a beater, right? It's modern, be aggressive. Feels like a good start. I mean, this is certainly a keep, right? This is certainly a keep. Certainly a keep. We're looking for land, so I'm gonna bottom it on land. I hope we discard all of our opponent's lands with this Burning Inquiry. I really do. Should cycle this because we could hit a Hollowed one. Tilt, go. We actually discarded our own land there. Alright, so you're saying there's a chance I'm gonna discard this Bolt. I'm gonna discard this Fetch land. And this Gurmag Angler. This is what this deck does. Turn 2, 5/5, go. If we had an extra mana, we could have played the Flamewake, but we don't right now. No Storm, no Tron. No Tron probably means he wins. Reed's deck is probably pretty good against Storm on average. Alright, I think I start by doing this, see what we get. Another Gurmag Angler. I think I'm supposed to Collective Brutality here and spot check for a Path or a Supreme Verdict here. Wow, their hand's pretty bad, huh? Alright, well, we'll take that and smash with this. Oh, this means I can't Flamewake Phoenix. That's a little awkward. Maybe I was supposed to keep the extra land last turn. Forgot about that. Huh. They're just choosing to hold up Spellqueller. So like attack for 5 and then like, oh, they're gonna snap Path, right? Is what they're gonna do? Yeah, they're gonna snap Path. Nope. Okay. Well, they can snap Path in response to this trigger, right? Yeah, I agree, Dazer. I think Lantern's probably a favorite to win the tournament. I think I'm gonna Goblin Lore. And then hopefully play a Gurmag Angler after that. Feeling lucky. I think we can keep the Gurmag Angler after we Goblin Lore. Feeling pretty lucky. If I wasn't feeling lucky, we wouldn't have played this deck. There's only 3 basics in our deck. Well, that's good to know. Go. So I guess if I would have done that pre-combat, they probably would have Spellquellered me, right? Like now I get to floop this Phoenix back out next turn. So I can Faithless Looting here, and if I hit a land, I can bin the Bloodghast and then cast it. Then bring it back. Oh god. Oh god. I just threw up all over the place. Just vomit everywhere. I need to clean up. I need to clean up my workstation here. That was pretty good, chat. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alrighty. Let's attack with these. Smush. Oh, do they have a bolt here? Please just be fetching a tapped land. Please be a tapped land. Please be a tapped land. That's unfortunate. This means I get to kill my hollowed one. I think I'm going to hold this land for now. Since they went to 9, that means the Bloodghast have haste, so they're going to have less information about what I'm doing next turn. Oh, they're playing Shadow? That's important. Shadow's a tough matchup for that deck. So now my opponent has Spell Queller, so I get to go ahead and floop these Bloodghast into play and attack for 6, and then I can use the Collective Brutality to finish my opponent's Spell Queller off, which is nice. So they have Spell Queller and then 2 cards I don't know at this point. They have a Helix here, we're in a lot of trouble. So it would put them out of range for these to attack. So hopefully they flash in Spell Queller and block. Does the Traverse list not have Stubborn Denial? If they don't have Stubborn Denial, they might not be amazing. So I get to escalate this Brutality, so I can kill the Spell Queller plus drain them for 2 here. Which means they need blockers back next turn or they're gonna die. So -2/-2, drain you. So kill you, drain you, discard this. Yeah, we're doing both. That's why we had a card in our hand. Correct, we have to drain or they're dead. Collective Brutality is a sorcery. It's not an instant. God, that card would be great if it was an instant. That's not true. We're going to 12. They're only attacking for 10. Dead to Cryptic Command. Ooh! Oh! Hey, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, hey, oh, hey, oh. I knew we were lucky enough to play this deck, chat. I knew it. I just knew it. Could feel it in my bones. I could feel it in my bones. Yeah, Jin, that's part of the reason why I took a break too. Losing in the top 8 every week sucks. Like, as someone who's lost in a lot of top 8s, it's miserable. Shut up, Burgo. We're lucky today. We're lucky. We're playing this deck. We gotta be lucky. All right, what are we doing? Extra Brutality in. Blood Moons in. I think this is... But I mean, like, complaining about it doesn't do anything. Just like, it just is what it is. The Hex events are more top heavy than Magic tournaments. This deck feels like playing Hearthstone in 2014. Hey, Jinsaku, who-tastic, the 16-month resubscription. Thank you very much, and welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. I think that's the line. I guess they have Spell Queller and that makes Bolt better. Maybe it's Brutality's out, actually. Maybe it's just 2 Brutalities out, 2 Blood Moons in. There's certainly a Blood Moon matchup. Or 1 basic Swamp. You want to do that? I think I want to do that. It's a pretty good mulligan to 6. Turn 2 fish. Seems pretty good. We hit a, we get to looting, ditch both of these, then bring them back on turn 2. If we hit a, we have 3 draws at a Street Wraith to turn 1 Hollowed One. Huh. I wondered. That's actually an interesting question, Beetle. That seems like it could be a neat technology. Street Wraith, Street Wraith, Street Wraith, Street Wraith. Come on, come on, come on. Give Daddy a Street Wraith. What a tilt. What a tilt. We hit double looting for next turn though, right? So next turn I get to go looting, and then put my Hollowed One into play. If we hit a Street Wraith next turn, we can looting into ditch Flamewake Phoenix, put in Hollowed One, bring back Bloodghast and Flamewake. This deck is so aggressive, it's kind of unreasonable. I feel like Opt and Serum Visions isn't a strictly better, strictly worse comparison. They're both slightly better and slightly worse at doing different things, so which is going to be better for you is going to be contextual based on what your deck's looking to do. God, this deck is a fucking riot. Go. Your move, Kaiba. Your move. Your move, Yugi boy. This is my 12 power on turn 2. Welcome to Modern. Enjoy your stay. You gonna double path me? This feels like it might be better Dredge, right? Is that what this deck is? Is this deck better Dredge? This is like 10 out of 10 a Spell Queller, right? Feels like a Spell Queller. You're gonna Queller my Faithless Looting flashback. This is high variance Dredge. We're Spell Quellering my Looting flashback. Okay. I'm just gonna attack with both of these. Then I can bring it back post-combat. So I could have jammed the Angler too, but I kind of want to wait till looting next turn, I think. Yeah, for those that are wondering, Spell Quellering flashback spells isn't great for the person playing the Spell Queller, because if we draw a Lightning Bolt or a way to kill the Spell Queller, we get to cast the looting, then it's going to go back to our graveyard. Maybe I could have, like, played the Gurmag and gotten the Phoenix back, but I think I want to just do this line since I have another Faithless Looting in my graveyard. If I didn't have another looting, I think I'd wait. Are they snapping Serum Visions here? Okay, this should be pretty good for us. If we hit another land, we can actually go untapped land, sorry. We can go Flamewake, we can go looting, bin Flamewake, play Gurmag, bring back 2 Flamewakes. Like attack for 8 this turn. That's a hollowed one. That's so fucked up. It's just like, isn't even reasonable. Alright, so I'm gonna do that. I crack this fetch. I have no idea why they attacked. It was super aggressive though. The overabundance of Storm online has affected Dredge in a negative manner because people play Graveyard Hate to beat Storm, so they just like happen to have cards for beating Dredge. It does kind of suck that I don't have a way to bring back these Bloodghast, but like at the same time, it's like smash. No, I don't want to attack first, so I want to put the Flamewake Phoenix into play. I want to put the Flamewake Phoenix into play, so I think attacking first is wrong. Do you have Supreme Verdict? Oh no, not a rollicker, Patronus. How can I ever possibly win the game now? Oh no. Oh, you know what? I should have shocked myself, right? If I'd have shocked myself, I could have, yeah, if I'd have shocked myself, I could have,
It was Max. It was Max.
I could have played Hollowed One instead of Angler, yeah, you're right. And then, like, had the Delve for next turn. Because I ended up having Relic, it's working out for me that I didn't. I think I probably should have fetched a non-basic last turn. Because, if I would have fetched a non-basic last turn, I could have gotten a land off of this. So I wasn't thinking about that from their side of the table. I think I'm just going to Goblin Lore this turn. We're not playing this deck to be unlucky. Yep, yeah, I agree. It's not like Dredge. This deck sidesteps Graveyard Hate the same way Vintage Dredge sidesteps Graveyard Hate. We hit another Flamewake Phoenix in there, because why not? Cast this Burning Inquiry, because why not? Opponent discarded Sun's Champion, Spellcrawler, Cryptic Command. God bless.
Ew. Icky. Oh.
Vintage Dredge boards into Hollowed Ones and Gurmag Anglers. They board into Hollowed Ones and Gurmag Anglers, and then like your opponent mulligans for their Graveyard Hate, and you just beat them down. I'm gonna hold this land for Faithless Looting, as well as you know, to bring the Bloodghast back later. Are you a giant guy? Meaning Wrath of God? This feels like a sweeper, right? Yeah, or a Cryptic Command? It's a sweeper or a Cryptic Command, right? Maybe Cryptic Command since I didn't attack with the Snapcaster? Don't try and step on my desk, you turd. It could be Settle the Wreckage, that's true. Okay, let's just attack with the Flamewakes then.
Oh, okay.
Nope, yep, just Cryptic. There's no reason to play this Flameblade Adept outright, just like actual 0. Who'd have thought Burning Inquirer would be the best one mana discard spell? Ain't that the truth?
I got that.
You are obnoxious.
I got down. I go down.
Yeah, like Snap Cryptic to this turn. We're actually dead to Snap Cryptic, right? Kind of. I can throw up Flameblade post combat to block. Yes, 10 out of 10. If you have a gambling problem, boy, do I have the deck for you. I discarded 2 lightning bolts, and I'm down a third, so there's 1 lightning bolt left in my deck right now. It's unfortunate. They're giving it the college best over there. And we're dead. All right. I think I'm happy with how we sideboarded, just like collectives out, blood moons in. I'm happy with that. Yeah! Are we feeling lucky, punks? Are we feeling lucky? I believe. Do you believe in the burning inquiry? Do you believe in the burn? Because casting the Street Wraith, we still just died to a bunch of removal spells. Come on. All right. We got a little unlucky there, but we kept the hollowed ones, so we got that going for us. Got a little unlucky, but we kept the hollowed ones. Can't complain too much. What I think Brutality is fine here. I don't think any of the cards I'm already playing are worse than Brutality would be. Like I feel like Brutality isn't better than the other cards that I'm already playing. Is what it comes down to. I think Brutality's fine. If my opponent wasn't playing Spell Queller, we would definitely have Brutality in my deck, but because they're playing Spell Queller, Lightning Bolt is good. So there's only so many room for cards, and like, we don't want to dilute our primary game plan in a matchup like this. It's actually kind of unfortunate that we've seen 6 extra cards here, 5 extra cards, and haven't found a second land, but hopefully they're just dead to these things that we have in play. Just like kept their hand on the back of this Relic of Progenitus. What if we made Dredge less fun? What's going on, Anoronics? Yeah, I think this is the first match of this league. It's going to be our last league of the night. Yep, game 3 of this one. But it went bottom there. It bodes well for us. This deck's a fucking hoot, man. It is a riot. It is everything that I hate about some modern decks. So I think I'm just fetching Blood Crypt here and then playing the Bloodghast. It's unfortunate that the Relic is kind of looking at our graveyard, right? We're 1 short of being able to cast it. This is why Tasigur is good. Okay, it's okay. I actually think it's harder to interact with than Dredge, because Dredge, all of their stuff pretty much works on the graveyard axis. In this deck, that isn't the case. this deck has a non-graveyard access to it, which makes it pretty good. Yep, it is on YouTube. Is in fact on YouTube. Alright, my opponent has messed up by not using the relic, so I'm just gonna go ahead and punish them here and just cast this now before they have a chance to use the relic. I'm gonna put this right into play here. Maybe they wanted to use it after they block one of my things, and they probably want to like use it. They want to like flash something into block in combat and then use the relic after that, but they gave me a window to cast this Gurmag Angler because they waited. So 10 out of 10 just smashing here. Probably a Spell Queller. Path to Exile, sure. Yep. You can check my YouTube channel for decks we've played recently. We played it we played a lot of Blue Moon variations recently, both fair and unfair. Hold on, Flamewake Phoenix. They have a verdict here. Maybe we could be in trouble. I don't know. I have this Flamewake as a follow-up. It's a good land drop. It's gonna smash here, right? All of the combo variations of Blue Moon that I've tried feel really terrible. I like the just straight fair versions the most. This is a pretty good turn for them. It's a pretty good turn. They get to path my Gurmag Angler and trade with my Bloodghast. It's possible I should have played this out. Oh, this has haste. So I didn't think about it. Just 0 out of 10 did not think about it. I'm not used to casting not used to casting Bloodghast. Opponent messed up again here. Let me get my Bloodghast back. Opponent should have stopped inside of combat to not let us get this Bloodghast back. Opponent just commented that they should have put a stop on the damage step. I agree. Play this, pass the turn. Bloodghast has a mana cost? I've been lied to. This makes my Flameblade Adept have 4 power. And if they cast Spell Queller here and don't have a Lightning Bolt or a Path to Exile as a follow-up, I get to just cast this Bloodghast and attack them. This is going to be counter this, tap my team. This puts them dead to Lightning Bolt, which we have 4 copies of in our deck. Have I played any bolts yet? No, we haven't gone through any bolts. It's easy to not remember if you went through something in this deck, just because like you discard cards randomly, so it's just like Yep. Your turn. If they hit a verdict at this point, we could lose the game. because they have the relic out here, so they could go Verdict and to pop the relic. So we're like 1 in 10 to kill them every turn though, because we do have 4 bolts in our deck. Wow, okay, so they must just be dead. GG's opponent. Is this a full cost big fish game? Big fish. Alright, sweet. So 1-0 start with the Pro Tour Black Red Hollow 1 deck. I'd just like to say thank you to everyone that's hanging out here tonight. And there's a lot of different things you could be doing, different people you could be watching, but you choose to spend your weekend, part of your weekend here with us. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a TCG player and content producer, and I stream MTGO, Magic the Gathering, here on Twitch at least 4 days a week, every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday afternoons. If you can't catch my streams live, you can always follow up on YouTube, because I don't stream with copyrighted music. I upload 100% of my videos there after the fact. If you're enjoying what you see, please make sure you hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps other people find my stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see and help me produce more of this content, the best way you can do that is by subscribing on Twitch. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com. We love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. And finally, InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you could save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders. They really do it all. You could upload your own custom artwork or choose from the wide range of custom artworks they have on their website. And finally, this stream is brought to you from viewers like you. This is a donation deck list. So a viewer asked us to play the Red Black Hollowed 1 deck, and they sent the deck list, and they sent me the money it costs to play Magic Online League, and now we're playing the deck that they wanted to see on stream. If you want to learn more about how donation deck lists work, check out bit.ly/HoogleSellout. At any rate, we're heading back on into the second match with the Hollowed 1 deck, and hopefully we continue being very, very lucky. Very, very lucky. Yeah, I think you're just like always supposed to turn 1 Burning Inquiry, just because like you could like take all the lands out of your opponent's deck. Hoagland by Anoronix actually paid for a banner ad. We're gonna get one up there soon once he figures out what he wants on it and gets me some images. You could maybe argue that I'm supposed to Faithless Looting on 1 here, but at the same time, I feel like I didn't register this deck to not Burning Inquiry on 1. This is card for card the list from the Pro Tour top 8. Viewers like you. Opponent mulligans are... I asked my opponent if they were feeling lucky. Oh no! Oh no! We discarded all of our lands, chat! Ooh, but we got a Hollowed 1. We got a Hollowed 1. Yeah, move, Kaiba. This is my Hollowed 1. My Hollowed 1 is amazing. And the next turn, if we can loot into a black source, we can go Faithless Looting, discard Bloodghast, bring back Bloodghast by playing the land, and then scrounge Gurmag Angler. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh no! Oh no, chat, we're so unlucky! We're so unlucky, chat! Watch them just kill us on their turn 2. Like, we did all this work to put a 4/4 into play, and they're just like, turn 2, kill you. Feel like we deserve that. Feel like we deserve that. Am I dead? Ooh. Ooh. So I'm definitely doing this. I give them food for recompense. So do I want to just play Flameblade Adept this turn? I feel like I want to just play Flameblade Adept this turn in Gurmag Angler. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do that, actually. And then we can, like, Goblin Lore and try and kill them next turn. I could, like, throw my Gurmag Angler in front of this Glistener Elf. Right, so we've got 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 power in play right now. I'm going to snap this Gurmag Angler block on the Glistener Elf here, I think. Pretty sure that's the conservative line when we're ahead. Nah, I think I'm just supposed to put poopers into play here. We can block the elf. Yeah, we're probably dead to Distortion Strike regardless. I've played Vintage. We don't play Vintage on the regular. We have 2 Infects currently. All right, kill me. Am I dead? Am I dead? Hey, we're not dead. All right, so we've got 3. Holy dicks. That's. I was like, what do we have in the matchup board for this matchup? Well then. Well then. Well. All right. Alrighty then. We did get game 1. I think I'm gonna cut. This is a cut Flamewake Phoenix matchup, or maybe Goblin Lore. Grudge seems like so much. I think I'd rather bring in Blood Moon than anything else. I can see this being okay, just like cut these 8. Is Goblin Lore better than Burning Inquiry because it's not card disadvantage? I can see that being the case. It's so much slower, though. It's so much slower. I try and keep the Goblin Lores just because they're not card disadvantage. You are coming in towards the end, JW. We've got a few more matches. This is gonna be the last league of the night, though. 10 out of 10 gonna be the last league of the night. Yeah, I don't think I can mulligan turn 1 Grim Lavamancer. Do the coward split? There's the real MVP. That's someone that's watched this stream before. I'm gonna hold on the Street Wraith and just play the Grim Lavamancer and pass. Shakes their probabilities. No, not my math probabilities. This is my 4/4. My 4/4 is amazing. I'm just gonna leave up the Grim Lavamancer activation here. We can end step Grim Lavamancer, untap Grim Lavamancer. I just haven't had time, KevGK. I did actually download the Tarball, but I just haven't had time. And then I got talked into buying Overwatch, so it's just like, I think I'm willing to just block here. I think chat was right that we just board into like red, black, kill all your things. If they try and pump this, I get to Grim Lavamancer it in response, because Pendelhaven can only pump 1/1 creatures, which is nice. I think if Lantern Control wins their quarterfinals, they're a favorite to win the tournament. I think if Lantern Control doesn't win their quarterfinals, my pick's Jerry Thompson. So fetch another Blood Crypt here, and then I can go... Actually, I'm just gonna put this into play tapped, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna Grim Lavamancer this, and then play the Flameblade Adept out here. Waiting to draw a card that lets us discard some cards so we can gout out these Bloodghast plus the solid one. No, I want to just take their actual threats off the table, Slim Lindsay. Like, if they burn a protection spell here, protecting this from the Grim Lavamancer, like my Grim Lavamancer got a card out of them now, which I think is worthwhile to me. And like they still have to attack through my stuff, so I think we're in a pretty good position so far. That's kind of unfortunate for us, because it means that this is going to attack as a 3/3. I guess I just double block here, right? And like this puts 2 cards in my bin. So like they have to have a pump spell for it, and then it puts 2 cards in my bin. They're actually not published on YouTube yet. We played Death Shadow Collected Company, and we played how do we start with a really awkward Esper control deck. Faithless Looting is the literal nut here. I can just flashback this Faithless Looting, then play the hollowed one for free. That seems pretty good. Seems pretty decent. That seems pretty good. What do you think, chat? Feeling like we might have an edge here. Feeling like we might have an edge here, chat. Feeling like we might have an edge. They need Distortion Strike plus Pump Spell. I mean, not really, because like it puts 2 more cards into my discard pile. I don't want to discard this, I don't think. I think I want that in my hand. Sure. Sure. How do you feel about being pushed off a cliff, opponent? Feel about being pushed off a cliff? You didn't like that, huh? Nice Infect deck. God, this deck is good, isn't it? That's so rancid. I think this deck is actually good. This. Holy God, this is. Man. God, I can't imagine, like, taking this to a tournament. Like, this, it's kind of gross that this is good. It's kind of gross that this is good. Magic Online's using 2 gigs of RAM. Alright, hold on. We gotta... Magic Online needs to go night-night for a second here. Every 2 gigabytes of RAM, we restart Magic Online. Enjoy the step background for a moment. So we're bringing out, we're 2-0 in this league. Got 3 more matches before we call it a night. Yeah, the fact that you can like randomly make your opponent just like discard their only playable cards is like kind of nuts. Yeah, I'm using wine. It's really easy actually. There's a someone set up a Docker image that just like makes it pop up like that. It's very easy. You can. It takes a little bit. It's probably like half hour, 45 minutes to install all the .NET and stuff manually if you want to set it up in like a native wine environment. But using the Docker image, it's just like download the Docker image and go. It's super easy. Yeah, the Traverse Shadow deck is very good. My friends list was ever actually not that large, Anaronix. I trimmed all the bots off my friend list because people were using them to spam me while I was streaming. And if I take them off my friends list, people can't use them to spam me. Just like Magic being turned. Yeah, wine's free. Lets you run Windows applications on Unix operating systems like Linux and OS X. It's free and open source. Well, this is definitely a Flameblade Adept on one hand, right? And Ganjo Castle, Aether Vial. Definitely ship bears. Definitely ship bear. 10 out of 10 ship bears. Oh, he is annoying. I just want a Burning Inquiry here, though. Get some value going. I think I would Burning Inquiry on the play, but I think on the draw, I'm just supposed to play my threat out so I can start pressuring them. Remember, we are an aggro deck at our core, right? Gosh, we're so unlucky. We discarded our hollowed one. We didn't even have that hollowed one a second ago, but we're now unlucky that we discarded it. 10 out of 10. If they have another cat, because we made them discard one here, they could wasteland us this turn, but I have more lands in my hand, so I think that's fine. God, imagine how dead they would have been if we'd had this hollowed one in play. I think if they don't really do anything too meaningful, next turn is probably like shock in Blood Crypt, Brutality, kill your Thalia, escalate. Yeah, Flameblade Adept has menace. He's very scary. Rawr, he's a jackal. It's a jackal. It's a jackal. It's a jackal. It's a jackal. Feels like a cat to wasteland us. They always have another cat. Alright, well now Collective Brutality is off the table. I don't know, if they wasteland us, that might put them a little bit far behind. A lot of lightning bolts. I'm going to attack with this. Am I just bolting the Thalia? It feels like I'm bolting the Thalia. I'm gonna go ahead and pass here. Wow, that's aggressive. I wonder if I'm supposed to burn my bolt there before their Aether Vial ticks up, because now I'm exposing myself to Flicker Wisp. Yeah, that's potentially something that's bad. It's very important. I probably wouldn't play the deck without the Horizon Canopy in it. It didn't used to be that important, but with Renegade Rallier, it became much more important. I'm gonna path my Sarah Avenger. Okay, interesting. Yeah, if they have a Flicker Wisp here, we're gonna be pretty dead. They always have a Flicker Wisp. Are we lucky this time? Do they not? How lucky are we? We discarded our hollowed one on turn 2, so probably going to be pretty unlucky this match. No, a Ganjo only prevents 2 damage, so Bolt still kills Thalia through a Ganjo. Played against a lot of ship bears in my day. Alright, this is another matchup where we're just boarding in to kill all the things again, it feels like. Let's go into the mono removal package. think I'm gonna bin these just because I can't afford to really discard my lands too often. 2 Flamewakes. Doesn't line up great against their 3/3 in the sky. I think Grudge for Vile is pretty narrow. Discard for card the deck from the Pro Tour top 8. They don't all play Blade Splicer. If we see Blade Splicer, I'll bring in Grudge for game 3, but without actually seeing Blade Splicer, especially if they have cards like Sarah Avenger, I don't think I want to bring in Ancient Grudge preemptively. There's enough variation in these deck lists that I don't want to assume they have that card. Yeah, maybe. Some games they're weak to Blood Moon, some games they're not. They have Aether Vial too, so like if I bring in Blood Moon, I'm like obligated to bring in Grudge. I think I'd rather just like kill their stuff rather than hoping to seal the game. I feel like the matchup's probably not bad enough that I need to hope to cheese them out. I'm gonna keep this. I boarded out Burning Inquiry, so I'm actually not going to cycle the Street Wraith on one. I'm gonna wait a turn and draw a card next turn, so that way we could have one extra shot at finding something else that lets us discard some more cards. Bloodghast is worse than Phoenix here. Alright, you're gonna get a timeout. Think about what you said. Bloodghast is worse than Phoenix because, and then be an adult and use your words. It's a pretty good draw. Oh, that's actually great, right? Because I can cycle this, and then I can double escalate this and put the hollowed one into play. Oh, I can't double escalate it. That's unfortunate. That's a punt. Should have played one of these. Alright, I guess I'm just passing now. So, you need a target to double escalate it. Thalia is real annoying. So, I'm just gonna pass the turn here. If I wait a turn, I can double escalate this and then pay 1 for the hollowed one. Because this costs me 3 mana right now, remember, because there's a Thalia in play. I could drain and discard, but that doesn't give me enough cards discarded to play the hollowed one out. You need 3 cards for hollowed one to be free. That card's annoying. Practice fetch and fatal push it. We'll see what we draw. See what we're discarding to escalate. Perfect. That's actually great, right? All 3 modes here. You. Bin you. I need to push it so I can play my hollowed one out next turn. I want to be able to put my hollowed one into play. Hey, Phyrexian Fox with the brand new $4.99 a month subscription. Thank you very much and welcome. I do appreciate that. As always, subs are the best way you can support my content here. So, for that next level of support, bud. It's cost me 1 mana, right? Grab a mountain here, I think. Cast this. They do have Blade Splicer in their deck, so I am going to bring an Ancient Grudge for game 3. I think Ancient Grudge has enough utility if it's killing Blade Splicer tokens and Aether Vials. So, it is something to note. The rest of their cards aren't particularly good here. We get to bolt the Blade Splicer token, flip the Phoenix back into play, and then smash them for 8 next turn. Let's get them on a pretty quick clock. Plains, Vile Splicer. Bolt, you. Start combat, yes, pay for this. Attack with everything. All one's like a brick of a draw for now, but it might do something a little bit later. Get to cycle the Horizon Canopy here. It's fine. Means I can't Restoration Angel this turn, which is pretty good for us. It cycles itself? What? So it does. So it does. All right. That are good to know. Things that are good to know. Card's got more text on it. Weird. Weird. Strange. Smash. This card's supposed to be a 4/4. We're just playing the Pro Tour decklist card for card. I've seen people playing Edge of Autumn, seems interesting, but the people at the Pro Tour had an insane record, so we're just playing what they played. This deck is very powerful. If you are looking for a powerful deck and don't mind a touch of variance, this deck is doing very strong things. I am, in fact, a dirty net decker. Man, that no blocks there. So they're hoping to rip a Restoration Angel here, or they already drew the Restoration Angel. A touch of variance, you know? I think I have 4 of these. Does this card cost money yet? I'm pretty sure I have 4 of these from when I played them in Teamer. This was like one of the cards that when I sold all my Magic cards, it wasn't worth enough to sell. Hearthstone Magic. Look, Hearthstone is wildly popular, okay? If they hit the resto here, they could get us. Please move to blocks, please move to blocks, please move to blocks. Dead. Yep, gotcha. They actually, yeah, they're exactly done on this account, right? Heading into game 3 here. 43 cents. What a tilt. Alright, so we want these grudges then? Grudges are probably fine. Do I have things I want to cut though? Is Bloodghast worse than Flamewake? I can see that being true. If Dahlia's and crap. This card's evasive. Yeah, I'd bet that for $1. What does this hand do? It's got 2 bolts and some threats. Seems fine. Mulligan kept a colorless hand, Aether Vial hand. Here's hoping for an Ancient Grudge off the top. Die, cat, die. Die, cat, die! Get a Goblin Lore for next turn now. That's exciting. We haven't had a good Flameblade Adept draw deck yet like this. Like next turn we get to smash them for at least 8. No, it's kind of tough to sell out a Hex. The buy rate is not amazing. Huh. Should I looting here? I think I'm supposed to looting here. And like... I could Goblin Lore and hope to hit a land and keep one of my removal spells. That's probably the line, actually. God, that's great. We're such a goddamn professional. Just nothing but professionalism on this channel. Nothing but mono professionalism on this channel. Down to 9. They have a resto? If they have a resto, we could be in trouble. I guess I could hit a fetch land potentially. The Flicker Wisp? Sure. Oh, because the 3/3 wouldn't have been able to block anyways? Yeah, that's a good line. I like that line, chat. Supposed to have killed the Blade Splicer instead of the token. Yeah, I didn't think about that genuinely. Genuinely didn't think about it. This is not a thought that crossed my mind while I was sequencing there. You are correct that I should have killed the Blade Splicer and made this Flicker Wisp much worse. Yeah, I had Revolt. I cracked a fetch land. 10 out of 10 had Revolt. Remember that time I messed up and didn't fetch a green source? I guess I didn't have an opportunity to fetch a green source. I had to fetch for Fatal Push. My first fetch could have been a green source potentially. That's more of a playing against my opponent's deck than playing with this deck thing, though. Alright, I think I've been these two. So my goal here is to Faithless Looting into a fetch land or a Stomping Ground so I can bin this Ancient Grudge and then, okay, sure, yeah. So I can bin this Ancient Grudge plus Fatal Push. Actually, if we hit a green source on this Faithless Looting, we kill them, right? Sans a Path to Exile, they're going to die. So, yeah, if we hit a green source here and they don't have a Path to Exile, they're going to die. Or I guess we need a fetch land exactly because I need to be able to Fatal Push one of these. Neither of those are a fetch land. I do, however, get to discard these two, play this for free, and then bring back this Flamewake Phoenix because my opponent popped their relic already like a big silly. So, feels like we're winning. This deck is gross. Can we talk about how gross this deck is for a second? Does anyone else feel like this is gross? Like the things I'm doing to my opponent shouldn't be allowed? Am I supposed to floop the Phoenix back into play or kill the Golem? I'm probably supposed to kill the Golem, right? Because then they have to double block one of these. Yeah, that's correct. I shouldn't have shown them this hollowed one yet, but it probably doesn't matter. It probably doesn't matter. You know, floop the pig here. Smash him with these. They have to double block because my jackal is very menacing. It's a jackal. It's a jackal. Yeah, I think I like forcing them to double here. I think I like forcing them to double since we have. If these didn't have menace, I don't like pushing the Phoenix, but I think this line's correct. This puts them to 4, which puts them dead to the hollowed one next turn. We have Faithless Looting in our graveyard too, so we can potentially flash that back if we need more tools. And like, if they want to crack this Horizon Canopy to find more action, they don't have white sources then. Touch of Variance seems understated. I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be pretty surprised if this deck doesn't stick. It feels genuinely powerful. It feels genuinely powerful. It's doing proactive things while also disrupting its opponent. And it has a lot of good tools between like the Grim Lavamancer and stuff like that. Yeah, I agree, Wannabe Beetle. I think other than the judge calls, the coverage of the PTU is very reasonable. This is an aggro deck with combo draws, is basically the best way I would describe it. An aggro deck with combo draws. I'm gonna run to the restroom really quick, and then we're gonna finish this game and play the last 2 in this league. Oh, don't tell me this is going to be a salty timeout. I'm glad I didn't miss anything. Don't make me wait 10 minutes, opponent. I know my deck is like playing with a roulette wheel, but you know, this is modern now. This is going to be modern now, playing with the roulette wheel. Would this be the first ever top tier deck with the word random on one of the cards? Yeah, K Command is pretty good against this deck. That's also like a 3-mana card though, so like we're an aggro deck that's playing things very quickly, and like maybe we just have a draw that's like Bloodghast and Gurmag Anglers, and then your thing doesn't matter. I think I'm just supposed to enter combat here. Yeah, I agree. Like, your opponent keeps like a 2-lander and you Burning Inquiry them and they lose both their lands. Or even one of their lands a lot of time is going to be detrimental. That's unfortunate for us. Maybe I should have flashback. Maybe I should have flashback by looting. Yeah, I probably should have flashback by looting. It's gonna attack with this and then pass the turn, I think. Need them to not have Blade Splicer. That's unfortunate for us. Okay. Huh. I might stabilize here. How many bolts have we been through? Is this game we played 2 bolts at the start? is the game we played 2 bolts to start, so I believe we're only through 2. Yeah, we're through 2 bolts. And again, if I would have fetched... I think I had a chance to fetch green on 2 this game. I could have fetched green. And I'll hold this Hallowed one for a turn. That way we can Faithless Looting. Yeah, I agree. Opponent had the removal spell into Blade Splicer, which is like what they needed. They must have just had something real life come up. Unfortunate. Thought we had it in the bag. Turn 2, I could have. There's no reason to not attack there. I shouldn't play around another Blade Splicer. I just want to pressure them. Like, if I connect with the 1 point of damage there, the Flamewake is lethal the following turn, so... I think that was a worthwhile attack. No, this is gonna be my last League of the Evening, Aces. We've been going for a ridiculous amount of time. Longer than I was expecting to. No, I think I want to... Because I have looting in my graveyard, I'm going to hold on to the Hallowed one for a second. We can actually Faithless Looting and then play Hallowed one for 1 mana next turn, which puts them in under the need to have another piece of removal. Firebolt isn't modern legal. That card was printed in Judgment or Odyssey, I believe. Oh, fuck. Am I about to get double tech edged? I'm about to get double tech edged. Or not. Just single tech edged. Do I flashback looting or do I play Goblin Lore? Do I flashback looting or do I play Goblin Lore? I could fetch shock and grudge the golem. Does that give me more draws? If I fetch shock and grudge the golem, leaves me at 6. That means they're attacking me for 3 down to 3. That probably doesn't give me more draws. I'd probably just like to take looks this turn. That's really unfortunate. We discarded a... Oh, we have 3 Collective Brutalities in our deck too. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and pass here. So we have 2 Brutalities and 2 Bolts to draw to now. So, fun fact, we drew Gurmag, Hallowed one, Collective Brutality. So if I would have flashback looting, I would have been able to put Gurmag Angler into play this turn. So maybe I should have been more conservative and flashback that instead. Well, I wouldn't have been able to play because it would have cost me 4 to flashback, right? Yeah, that's true. Am I going to 1? Yep. I didn't want to allow my opponent to tech edge me. So I didn't play the land because I didn't want to let them tech edge me. So we get 1 draw at Brutality and we get 3 draws at Bolt. Fetch to Thin. 2 bolts, right? Yep. Phoenix would have been an out too. Yep. So playing the land last turn wouldn't have mattered because we would have had to discard these 2 cards like this, and then we can't cast this card because of Thalia. Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate. think maybe I should have flashed back to looting the previous turn instead of playing the Goblin Lore. It would have given us a little bit more control over what we had going on. That's close. I also need to go back and check the tape, but I think I also could have fetched a green source on 2 as opposed to fetching a second black source. I had to fetch a black source on 3 because we were cracking Fatal Push. That game I also could have chosen to Fatal Push the Splicer as opposed to the Golem token, and then they wouldn't have been able to Flicker Wisp a Golem token, so they would have been further behind at that point too. So I had the fetch land mistake, and I had the wrong Fatal Push target mistake, and I think if either of those don't happen, we probably win that game. And we were pretty close to winning that game even with those 2 mistakes. So little things, and that's one of the things that makes Magic so complicated, right? Is that like there's like dozens of these small decisions that we make throughout the course of every game, so it's tough to identify, well, if I made this decision differently, now the decision tree spirals out in this direction. So like I don't know if making that one little decision differently changes the outcome, but it probably would have skewed it so we'd have a slightly better chance. Might as well concede the league and play Belcher. On the play, have a Burning Inquiry. We're not playing this deck to not Burning Inquiry on 1, right, chat? I'm gonna Fetch Shock and do it just to get the maximum number of cards in my graveyard, so in case we Burning Inquiry away our fetch land. All right, give me some Hallowed Ones. Our hand actually stayed exactly the same. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Why is it funny?
Because we played a card that made our opponent discard cards, but they wanted to discard cards. I don't want to play Magic anymore.
You should stand while you play. You've been sitting every time I come down here.
Yeah, I went to the gym this morning. I'm tired. Yeah, we lost. All right, I'm done. Let's go to the post-board game. Let's go to the post-board game.
Oh, you're a loser.
Yeah, had enough of that.
You can get Hooglin to play Mono Blue Vintage Belcher Thundering Bumpkin. Type exclamation donation queue.
Alright, what else do I want here? Brutality's not very good. I'm gonna bring in these Grim Lavamancers like some reach. At least it wasn't Wiltleaf Liege. That's true. Glass half full. What are your boys up to?
I don't know. Watching.
Inquiry equal better Dredge, except for when it plays against actual Dredge.
I coughed, and Declan said, "Mommy, okay?" And I said, no, baby, Mommy is sick. And then he fake coughed and said, "I sick too."
Sick too. We just go Lavamancer on one here, and then get the old Goblin Lore going on too. I feel like we need to be luckier to continue playing this deck. God, I can't imagine bringing this deck to a Pro Tour. That's got to be so stressful. Just like hoping every one of your draw 3 randoms works. We get Mrs. Hoagland to play Vintage. She doesn't really play Magic, and she thinks the Magic Online client is ugly, and she's not wrong in that assessment. So you know.
Okay.
Well, off for the stream. Hope your wife feels better tomorrow. Thanks for the bits, Broccoli. I appreciate it.
I like cupcakes.
Last 3 rounds will be on YouTube as always. We've been to Bloodghast. We did not bin our Flamewake Phoenix. Swing for 1 here. Yeah, I agree, Talrand. Having to like manually trying to figure out like who's discarding what randomly.
I have a fever.
No.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. Why'd you ask then? I think they're doing unfair graveyard things better than we are, chat. Maybe I should have mulliganed our hand wasn't that good. Maybe I should have mulliganed for Leyline. I don't actually know how aggressively we're supposed to mulligan for Leyline here. Alright, it's a pretty good hit. Good looting here. Odd one plays defense pretty well. To bin this, play this, get our Bloodghast back. I mean, this deck is doing genuinely powerful things. It's just, you know, there's a little bit more variance than a lot of other things. They haven't hit a Conflagrate yet, so that's good for us. Got that going on. But they're going to get to see a lot more cards next turn. They get to dredge at least 10. They hit another Bloodghast. There's a Conflagrate. Hit an Ancient Grudge too. Yeah, we're pretty dead here. Go ahead and pack it up and head to the next one. The matchup seems bad. I don't know, if I was expecting more Dredge, I'd probably recommend playing another Leyline in the board. Like 3 Leyline seems kind of loose. We definitely had better plays in that third match, but that matchup just seems pretty terrible. Dredge versus Gamble Dredge. That's great poetry. Did you write that, Zombie, or did you copy it from somewhere else? Like A+ poetry. Thanks everyone for hanging out tonight through the end of the stream. Remember, we're going for almost 7 hours. So if you missed any of the stream, be sure to check out the replay on my YouTube channel. The first few segments are going to get posted as soon as we are done here this evening, and then the full Hollowed One video will go up once it's done processing on YouTube. And once more under the breach here. This is a mulligan, right? It's tough to say. I would describe it as an aggressive deck with combo draws. That's how I would describe it. So I don't know if that's useful to you in like the description of it, but I would describe it as a combo deck with aggressive draws. Odd one on top's pretty good here. I think I'm gonna lean on Flameblade Adept here. Just so I can Burning Inquiry on 2 and then draw a chance to draw some lands. If we're exceptionally lucky on 2 here, we could actually Burning Inquiry into Tasigur into Hollowed One. Probably Abzan, could be Ship Bears again though. Terrible. You could watch the league replay on my YouTube channel. That deck is not good. That's pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna start with this now. So because I drew the Street Wraith, I think I'm just gonna Faithless Looting here. Yeah, I'm just gonna Faithless Looting because then I get to guaranteed put both of these into play. Flamewake Phoenix, stitch Faithless Looting here. Yeah. I get to play this. Go ahead and crack this. I don't know. Like, what are we doing here? Would you classify what I'm doing this turn as fair? Like, is this fair? What is happening to my opponent right now? Would you classify this as fair? Could you imagine if we'd have been able to play this game? This match? I guess I could have flooped the Phoenix back into play this turn if I wanted, but I think I'd rather just get my two extra beaters down. Flip a 3, flip a 3, flip a 3. Fatal push. Oh no, not a fatal push. Yes. We've played Legacy Lands before, more than one occasion. We get to Burning Inquiry plus Flamewakes next turn. So you have Goyf plus push. Do I want to Burning Inquiry pre-combat? It threatens to make the Tarmogoyf larger. I kind of don't want the Tarmogoyf to be larger, right? And they're going to Fatal Push my Flameblade Adept anyways. The upside is I could hit an additional Flamewake Phoenix or a Bloodghast, and they're at 10. I think the risk is worth the reward. We're not playing this deck to not cast the Burning Inquiry, right? Maybe I'm supposed to play the land first. Yeah, I'm probably supposed to play the land first, actually. That was bad sequencing on my part. The Goyf is now a 4/5, which kind of sucks. I added sorcery to the bin. Huh. Yeah, maybe that line was loose. I'm not Burning Inquiring yet because it would just be burying 3 cards off the top of my deck effectively. Do I want them to keep drawing cards with Bob? Yeah, I think I do. I think Bob's on our team at this point. Tilt. Sad. The good news is they don't have another Scooge. They don't have a good way to take this Flamewake out permanently. We are kind of low, but like their thing is also just like a 4/5, and so is Tasigur, so. Usually, if they're playing Reed Duke's Abs Index, they don't have access to Path, which is nice. Go. You have to crack them and then sell the cards individually. Come on, Bobby. Come on, Bobby. Come on, Bobby. Damn it, Bob. Robert. We're going to need to have a discussion here. You've triggered 3 times and only dealt my opponent 1 singular point of damage. What's wrong? That's not English, dude. Wings? You want to watch Wings down here? There you go. There's some wings. I think Traverse Shadow is great. We've talked about it. We've streamed with that deck before, and I thought it felt better than regular Grixis Shadow. They probably have Lingering Souls here. Nothing? Huh. Really? Okay, I guess they just have Shambling Vent back. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack with Flamewake Phoenix again here. I don't want them to kill the Bob. Like I said, I think Bob's on our team at this point. They had a Fatal Push or anything? Alright. come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, Bob, you owe me. You owe me, you've dealt 1 point of damage in 3 turns. Damn it. They have main deck Nihil Spellbomb? Holy crap. Tasigur takes 2 green to activate. This deck actually can't activate Tasigur. They gotta kill this bird. Have you heard about my bird? I said a bird. Bird's my word. I said a bird. And if they kill my bird, but they need to crack their fetch land to kill my bird, then my Flameblade Adept is lethal, and he's very menacing, my Jackal Pup. My Jackal Pup is very menacing. I don't think so. There's only one Tasigur. And I don't think you're getting to 4 mana installed out and activating it terribly often. Alright, they're at 1, so this Flameblade Adept is potentially lethal. Hopefully they're just cycling this to try and hit a removal spell. Yep, sweet. I think Menace on this Flameblade Adept is going to end up being lethal here. Unless they have, like, push plus... But, like, even if they can kill the bird here, I just floop it back into play next turn. Flamewake Phoenix is very good. Jump your Goyf. Yep. I'm jumping with Hollowed One rather than Flameblade Adept because Flameblade Adept requires 2 things to block. He's watching Super Wings. It's a children's cartoon. This is certainly a Blood Moon matchup, right? Collective Brutality seems pretty bad here. Do I want Fatal Push? Fatal Push seems okay, right? Like, killing their large Tarmogoyf seems fine. Occasionally Dark Confidant isn't on our team. Maybe you want to kill him. What else do I want to cut? Lightning Bolt seems fine. Well, this is probably a big game hunter matchup, actually. You guys kept Burning Inquiry on the draw. I guess this randomly takes their hate cards, which is kind of funny. Maybe Goblin Lore. Is Bloodghast bad because they can just wall it? Maybe that's what I want to cut. I don't know if cutting Bloodghast is correct here or not. I feel like they're likely to have more graveyard hate post board too. I'm gonna try cutting the Bloodghast. Be willing to defer to someone with more experience with the deck than me telling me that's incorrect. But I'm gonna cut the Bloodghast and bring in Big Game Hunter and Fatal Push. This hand seems great, right? Just get to go cycle, play Hollowed one-on-one. No, I think Leyline is narrow. No, Leylines don't even shut down their Goyfs. We fill our graveyard with almost every card type. So I'd accept Grimflayers, but again, like, this isn't a matchup where I'm willing to mulligan to Leyline. So, like, again, if you want to be constructive when you suggest something, say Leyline is better than what? Like, I had 4 cards I knew I wanted, and I wasn't sure what cards I even wanted to take out. So, like, these Grimflayers and these other cards you're talking about, what isn't just killing them better because I can draw the removal later in the game? It feels like the removal would likely just be better. Now I'm going to hold on to this other one since I drew a Flameblade Adept. This is plus a power for the Flameblade Adept later. Sideboarding isn't always about just bringing in all the cards that seem good. It's about optimizing the 60 cards in your deck that are best in the matchup. So, like, sure, I could see Leyline being applicable. I could see Bloodghast being applicable. But, like, what are the 60 best cards? And what are the 15 worst cards that I don't want in my deck right now? Probably lose the Gurmag Angler here, I'd imagine. Otherwise, we get to, like, Street Wraith and play the Angler next turn. If they take something other than these two, we get to play the Angler next turn, which seems good. If they have a Fatal Push for our Flameblade Adept, they could be in a pretty good spot here. I'm probably going to bring in less removal on the play. Like, I'll probably cut the big game hunters when they're on the play and just, like, have more Bloodghast to run them down. I think that seems reasonable. To be more interactive on the draw and more aggressive on the play. They took my Goblin Lore. Okay. They have another discard spell, maybe? I'm start recycling this. Bump up the jam. Bump up to bump up to bump up the jam. Bump up to bump up, bump up the jam. I mean, I'm not playing this deck to not Burning Inquiry, right? Do I play the Swamp out? Ah, YOLO. YOLO Swaggins. Oh no! We lost our swamp, so I can't play the Gurmag Angler. That's fine. They lost a Damnation and a land and a Liliana. Sounds good. Back for 5. So they're going to 9 if they take this hit, basically. That beer needs a nice head on it. Thanks, Anoronics. Appreciate the bits as always. So we get to play out this Flameblade Adept, and then next turn we can go Big Fish plus Lightning Bolt. Opponent's at 9. Opponent is effectively at 6. If they play out a single threat, our creatures are menacing because they are jackals. They're jackals. To get in there. Have to get a 5-pack of Winterfresh. The Mardu Pyromancer deck would be sick with Cabal Therapy. That, if you could ask for one legacy legal card for that Grixis Pyromancer deck, it would 130% be Cabal Therapy. That deck would be... That deck's probably already one of the best fair decks in Modern, and it would be in half if it had Cabal Therapy, just like unreasonably good. Alright. Alrighty then. Trigger my Flameblade Adepts. Alright, so hopefully, like, Burning Inquiry is lethal here. We discarded their third land. That's... Oh, tilt. Alright. Play this deck for 2. So kinda sad that I didn't get to put the Gurmag Angler in last turn, but it's working out okay. Get to attack them down to 5. And then they really need, like, another Damnation here, right? Like, land Damnation? It'd be a damn shame if something had happened to their Damnation and their land earlier this game. Maelstrom Pulse also does it, I suppose. Reed Duke had 2 copies of that card in his deck. That's, like, certainly still in their deck post board here. Sure. God, that's so good for us. That means they don't have anything right now. I would love to get my money back out of this slot machine. I'd love to get my money back out of this slot machine, opponent. I know my last card is Lightning Bolt. Yeah, and you did. All right, so Dredge seems like an abysmal matchup, but Dredge did pretty poorly at the Pro Tour, so I don't know. Oh, I can bolt one in response to Pulse, yeah. Yeah, so if you're looking for something new and exciting to play in Modern, this deck feels very, very powerful. I would not take any suggestions from myself after only playing 4 matches with it. We went 3-2, but I think I'm pretty confident that I messed up one of the 2 that we lost. But this deck is kind of sweet, and it's kind of obnoxious, so it's just like most Modern decks, right? Like, kind of sweet, kind of obnoxious. Yeah, at any rate, thank you everyone for watching. We played this league for almost 2 hours. If you didn't catch all of it, it's going to get uploaded to my YouTube channel now. I really appreciate everyone watching. Big shout out to all of my subs and resubs. Y'all are the reason I'm able to do what I do as often as I do it. I'm signing off for now. I'll be back with more Magic on Monday afternoon, which is about 1:30, 2 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday next week. Peace, folks. Have a good one.